Hey, we got jobs.
We landed our first contract. Oh, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. We were getting a little nervous. Just was taking a little while. That's part of the process when you're a new grad and you're trying to get your first job at the beginning of the year. So we had some really great recruiters that were working with us and for us, and we're thankful for all of them. And we finally got a job.
So I guess this officially starts season one, going to Montana.
Going to Montana.
We might get to do a little bit of winter camping right at the first part of our contract because we'll get there beginning of March. But then the spring is supposed to be beautiful there. And so we're really excited to show you guys the terrain, maybe do some mountain biking, definitely some hiking. There's a hot springs there.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
It's gonna be awesome. Right now we are doing our final push. We have about 4 to 5 days until we leave. And we're still hoping that our Montana license is gonna come in on time for us to start on the day that we're planning. But we've got about 4 days until we leave, so we're doing our final push and doing a lot of last minute errands and moving things into the RV. So we'll show you a little bit of what we're doing.
We're also gonna do a stay in one of the local RV parks for maybe 2 nights before we leave, make sure all of our systems and stuff work before we head out all the way to Montana. How far is it, you said?
1,664 miles.
Needless to say, that'll be a long trip.
Yeah.
And we're excited to start this first season with you guys, and we love your interaction on YouTube. And so if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that.
We're excited to take you along for the ride. We're a little nervous, a little scared, a little excited. Can't wait to see a whole bunch of new things and learn a lot. So, hope you enjoy.
Here we go. Well, our RV didn't pass inspection. Well, we went to take Big Betty to get her tags renewed, so you need a safety inspection for that, and she didn't pass the safety inspection. The mechanic came in and was like, "Sorry guys, I had to fail you." And we were thinking, "Oh no, you know, this RV is 25 years old. There's probably some major things that didn't pass or something." And he said that our wheel bearings were a little loose. They had to repack those, but he said that wasn't too big of an issue. They got that done. And the bigger issue that has kept our RV in the shop for a day or two has been our windshield wipers. But typically they have windshield wipers on hand that they can just replace, and then boom, you pass. Well, our RV, since it's so old, they're special windshield wipers. So they were scouring everywhere to try to order these. And I've even looked for them because I knew they needed replaced, and I could never find them. So finally, they got the windshield wipers in, they replaced them, and we're here to pick up Big Betty. Yay, we passed the inspection. Now I gotta go pick up Big Betty, but she's somewhere that way.
They have a shield on there. Okay. Betty, where are you?
You know it's bad when you lost your Class A motorhome.
Yeah. Oh, it's muddy.
Check out the new ones. Yeah, I guess so. I guess they changed that out and they didn't change that, but they look better. Sweet, I can see when it rains now.
Okay.
So So we're gonna do a little bit of motor treatment. This is kind of like the knockoff version at Walmart of Seafoam. We just put it in our tanks, just kind of helps clean everything, keep everything running well. We put it in our cars also. And so that's what we're gonna do. Today's all about tuning up Big Betty. Here we go. Okay, either it all disappeared or it went in the tank. And then you pump your gas, and then you'll want to run that for about 10 minutes or so. There's directions on the can. All right, now you want to wait on me, I'm coming out. Okay.
Right now we're on our way to see if we can find an air pump to air up 2 of our tires, and I'm trying to not to block your view of traffic. Oh my gosh! Okay, then we're going to fill up our propane tank, which will be the first time we've ever done that. If you've seen some of our Instagram stories, we went to the store to buy a certain size socket because we wanted to take off our low fuel sensor, our low oil sensor. A lot of things on this generator have already been replaced. It's an onboard generator, and it works if we hold the switch, but as soon as you take your hand off the switch, it turns off. So we're gonna try to replace the low oil sensor and see if that helps. You're doing great. You're a master RV driver. Free air, hopefully. But the air's working?
Yeah, I thought I'd check, put a little air in them.
Cool.
And then it's gonna say how many gallons
Oh, cool.
it's gonna put in there.
We've never gotten our propane tank filled before.
Okay. With any of these tanks, you're only allowed to put 80% in them, so it doesn't
so I
go
heard,
completely
yeah.
full.
Well, that was probably the nicest DMV worker we've ever met.
She was so nice, but I think she was just really happy to have an easy set of people to work with.
People who approached her who were nice.
She was like, "Oh, it's only a renewal? This is great." She's like, "You have your paperwork? And I can read your handwriting? This is amazing."
So
she was so nice.
Yeah, so we didn't feel like filming her, but we got to talk about how we're going to be travel physical therapists, and we're about to head out, and we even gave her our link to our YouTube channel, and so hopefully she keeps up. Maybe she'll watch this.
If so, hi.
But she was so great, so great. I just got it. So I kind of just put one of these on there, and I can't even put our little, whatever you call this, but I got the low oil sensor to come off.
Yay. There
It is.
I guess we should go back in and see if we can find one.
Yeah, I guess so. And now that we have most of the stuff moved in, what we decided to do, actually Megan's grandparents suggested this, is that we go stay at one of our local RV parks real close to us. I went ahead and hooked up everything, made sure, flushed our tanks, made sure that all the improvements that we made didn't affect like how our water ran, how the tanks filled up, and just de-winterizing the RV. And so thankfully which I didn't get to get any of it on camera because it was already getting dark and it's hard to film when it's just yourself. Everything's going well so far, and so that's good. I'm holding my breath. I'm real nervous, but we haven't had any busted pipes yet. Water's running, our tanks are holding, and then all of our electrical is doing great. And so that is a plus. So through all of our renovations, one of the things that we haven't done was test out our hot water heater. I had replaced all of our faucets, and we redid the whole shower, which I'll link to the video up here in the corner. But I did not test our hot water heater. One, I was just trying to get the normal plumbing to work. Once I got to work, it was really getting close to winter. Our reno, we finished it the 1st of December, and so it was already cold. And so we had already winterized everything, and so that meant that whenever we got our first travel contract, we were finding out then if this old 1994 water heater worked. Okay guys, I'm going to test out the hot water. I've let the tank heat up for a little while. Hopefully it works. Gosh. It's still pretty cold. Actually very ice cold. Let's get a little lukewarm. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's almost scalding my hand. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy that the hot water's working. Megan was going to kill me if she had to take cold showers for an extended period. And I would not have liked cold showers either. I am a hot shower person. And this is doing pretty good. Wow, that 1994 hot water heater is still kicking. Yeah, way to go, Big Betty. Well, we left the campground and took the RV to the tire shop, and hopefully that's getting all fixed. We needed one of the long extension hoses on the nozzle for the tire, was leaking air. The tire's okay, and so they're just replacing that. Hopefully we get it back soon, because what we did find out is that we need a new water pump. So starting out this adventure great. We haven't even left St. Louis, and we already need a repair. But right now we are in the basement, kind of our little apartment setup that we had at Megan's grandparents' house that they've let us stay here for our graduate school and physical therapy school. Very nice of them. And we've been here for almost 3 years. Mm-hmm. And so it is kind of bittersweet to leave, see it all empty.
We're exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. And then now it's all clean down here and we're leaving. And the RV's a mess.
Yeah.
I wish the RV was clean. But
yeah. So it's definitely taken a lot more than we expected to try to get on the road, and we're not even on the road yet. And so hopefully tonight we'll get the RV back so we have a place to stay. And then I can start working on the water pump, switching that out. And hopefully that fixes our problems.
fingers crossed.
Oh, today has been a busy day. I was able to get the RV over to our place that replaced 4 of our tires a couple months back. What I still had to do though is I took it over there because I needed 2 more little hoses that go into where you usually air up your tire on our back left dually. I needed those replaced, so a real simple job, shouldn't have taken that long. I dropped it off early in the morning so we could get in there and they could fix it. But I kept waiting for a call, and there was nothing. I called a couple times and they said, oh, well, we don't have it in there yet. So me and Megan went over and put a little pressure on them, and they ended up actually doing it real quick and said, sorry for the wait, and to compensate, we're just going to let you take it. And so that was a huge blessing on us. We didn't have to spend any money on that little repair because they're seems to be a bunch of little repairs that we've been making before we can even leave. And so today's Monday. Yep, Monday. And we're planning to leave tomorrow, but tomorrow morning my dad's going to meet me at the RV park where we have the RV at and where me and Megan are staying tonight. And he's going to help me replace that water pump. And so right now the water pump works most of the time, but it's wanting to kick on and off. It's wanting to, the valve inside is going bad, and it's wanting to backfill into our fresh water tank. And so really we need a new one, so we're going to tackle that tomorrow morning, hopefully before we hit the road, but we'll see how that goes. Projects usually take longer than we intend. Tonight what we're going to do is Megan's parents are actually hosting a party for us, a little goodbye party, leaving party, and that'll be great because we'll get to see all the aunts and uncles, all the grandparents. My parents are coming over, and so it'll be a really good time to just spend with them and say bye, as we're going to miss them dearly. Are you sad, Megan?
Yeah.
Why are you sad?
'Cause I'm leaving my family. It's not cool. And I'm scared.
Me too.
What am I doing with my life? It's just hard.
Currently, we are at Lakeside 370 Park in St. Charles, Missouri, and so getting the rig ready to head out today. So Megan, what are you up to?
I'm gonna hang our toilet paper holder, and
Very important.
I still have to get all of our food from the old house, but the fridge isn't on right now. It was on overnight to cool it off, but since they're working on stuff, it's not on. So I'm gonna wait and just try to organize some stuff in here. There's a lot to organize and to get rid of still.
Yeah, currently me and my dad are trying to replace the water pump in the rig. Our water pump's just malfunctioning a little bit. And so that's what we're working on now. So I had to pull our house batteries, turn off, make sure all of the electric running to it was, all of our 12-volt system was out so we don't get electrocuted. So we're not able to run our fridge, which Megan was going to bring our food over. Working on the old water pump. There it is. So what I'm also working on over here is working on our hot water heater. So obviously this isn't the original hot water heater, but our anode rod was really bad, as you can see, just eating away, and it wasn't sealing very well at the end. So that's why it was leaking out water. So I bought a new one and then put some Teflon, heavy-duty Teflon plumbing tape on it to hopefully seal that up, and hopefully no more leaking here. Hot water heater actually works. We might still look to replace that. It's just a little 6-gallon tank, so not that big. Well, we're going on Home Depot trip number 1. Hopefully the only one. We got our list of items we need to take, and basically putting in a new pump and rebuilding our piping system. So new pipe, which hopefully means no leaks and it runs a little better, but pick that up, and we only have a few more hours in the park. Hopefully they don't kick us out. Let's see if we can get the system running before we hit the road for Montana. Okay, we got what we needed, and I think we bought the whole store out of SharkBites, fittings and pipe, and hopefully this will work. Hopefully we only have to take one trip here. So we got everything fixed, ran a whole new piping system, new water pump, and everything's working, thankfully. I think we can finally leave. It's about 1 o'clock, so we're gonna go over to U-Haul, pick up our tow dollies to tow our car, and then hopefully get a few miles in today. Hopefully make it up a little bit past Kansas City.
Going. Perfect.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
We're doing it. It's happening.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so nervous. But hopefully that I get over that soon.
You're doing good.
Thai spy.
Thai spice.
Thai spy.
Are we on camera?
Yep.
I took a little footage of you putting the jacks out.
Woo!
Your wing cameraman.
I think maybe we
What time do
should.
they close? 9. Okay, we have an hour. Okay. Keep. Record. There's still nothing
That
in
is
this
so fun.
second verse. Thanks. There's no lyrics yet, but it's gotta be with lyrics.
It's so much more fun to listen to once you guys ever
Yeah. That's part of the job, is like figuring out how it's gonna sound on other speakers.
Yeah.
Whoa. And
So, we've got a little update for you. We got on the road and we got on the road yesterday after a very busy day of replacing our water pump, a lot of piping, and getting this tow dolly to hook the car up onto. And we hit the road and we made it all the way to Kansas City, and we were able to meet my brother and sister-in-law there and get dinner with them, which was awesome. We had some really good Thai food. We got to hang out and see them. Once we got there and we were leveling, our air suspension bag, not really sure what it's called, but that blew, and that helps keep us suspended, steady our ride, and keep it smooth. So what we're doing this morning is finding a repair shop that will help repair it for us quickly and get us back on the road. We are at Spillman Service Center, and we're gonna see what they have to say. Straight. Safe to say, this has not been the easiest start to our trip. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of nerves and a lot of things to learn, and A lot of trusting in the Lord to keep us safe. So far, it's been a little bumpy start, but we're really hoping that everything can get squared away so that the rest of our trip, our long haul to Montana, can go smoothly. We still have like 22 hours left to drive, so it's kind of crucial that everything is in order and working so that we can get there safely.